There's a crisis going on in America right now. There's definitely a crisis going on. Now, y'all might say, well, there's a lot of crisis going on in this country right now. Hell, which one? And that's a messed up response to give to a person, because when there's that many crises going on, you gotta ask which one. That's a bad state to be in here in the United States, but it's true. But I'm not talking about the cost of living crisis. I'm not talking about the crisis that's going on with our government. Hell, I'm not even necessarily talking about the violence crisis that's going on in a lot of these major cities. There's a crisis with men that's happening right beneath our eyes, right in front of us. All men, black men, white men, Asian men, Hispanic men. There's a crisis going on. And instead of turning a naked eye to it, I'm going to talk about it. Because it's getting worse and worse. You know, you got people walking around using this word, masculinity. That's like a word that's been going around as of late. What is masculinity? Well, I think we all know what masculinity is, but what is it in 2025? Like, what is it in these times? And if you ask 10 people, you might get 10 different answers. Because we have lost our identity with masculinity. Not because the masses say so. Not because of delusional women that don't even know what masculinity really is. Not because they say so either. It's because we can't identify with the times of yesteryear. We so far gone from what we was brought up and raised on what masculinity is, for most of us, I'll say, that we can't even define it. We so stuck on these times, what's happening now and what's accepted now, we lost our own masculinity. I look at it like this. When times change, people change. And you're not going to be able to escape that. They got the street blocked off. Things change, and I'm fine with that, right? I'm fine with progress, progression, growth, evolving, right? But this ain't that, because a man shouldn't change what he stand on. A man shouldn't change how he move. A man shouldn't change the things that he believe in. And I'm seeing it too much. Is it at an all-time high? Yes, it's at an all-time high. We have lost our identity because a lot of these men actually believe in this matriarchy culture that has been set and pushed right in front of us. When you talk about the fashion, the ways of life, the mental aspect that has changed in men, it is borderline crazy. It really is. It's like We accept everything, but we stand for nothing. We don't stand for nothing anymore. We don't. And this ain't all. I gotta stress that point. It ain't all. But what happened to knowing right from wrong? What happened to knowing this is how I carry it, and I'm willing to die on that cross? What happened to morals when it comes to the male gender? Seriously, this is a serious question. I'm not even joking. A lot of the men of today, of these times, has lost their morals, therefore lost their masculinity in the process. It's true. Now, it goes much deeper than just the times. A lot of these men is being forced out of their households. They being forced away from their kids. They've been forced to take the back burner because a lot of women feel as though they bosses. There's a term going around called masculine women, which should never be a term. There should be no such thing as masculine women. Boss babes and all these crazy ass fucked up phrases that really don't exist, but people has embraced and brought in like it's okay. I don't believe in that shit. Now, I'm not going to make it seem like this is an anti-woman video, because it's not. It go much deeper than women. Men has lost their masculinity just off of marriage. Just off of merit alone, men has lost their masculinity. We have to take what we know about ourselves and what we know we capable of and take it back. We have to embrace our masculinity. And I don't mean walking around acting like you could beat the world. That don't mean walking around with a smug look on your face. That don't mean walking around being angry at everybody. That's not masculinity. That's crazy. It ain't masculinity. We have to stop diving into the bullshit and the rhetoric of these slogans and these phrases of today's world. Because we feed into the propaganda of men ain't this, men ain't that, men this, men that, men, you need to know who you, the whole nine. Y'all heard them. Y'all heard the phrases that's going on. We feed into that. I'm not going back and forth with no woman about who I am. That's first and foremost. I'm not going back and forth with no woman about what I'm capable of. Or nobody, not just women, anybody. We lost that animal mindset of us that comes from within, that we was born with. Not that we picked up over the years. We was born with it. We was made with something in us to let us know, listen, you got that. And if you don't got it, you can get that. We don't have that drive no more. We just take things as they come. It's ho-hum for everything. Oh, you know it's the times. It's the times we live in. Fuck that time shit. I'm tired of hearing about everything is with the times. If you know yourself, you the same person from this time, from those times to this time. If not stronger. Because you grow stronger with age. Your mental grows stronger with age. The things you're willing to deal with and put up with get stronger with age. We don't have time for that bullshit that we once had time for. We don't have time for the back and forth and the frivolous bullshit that we once let cloud our judgment. So why is we even taking this on the surface like is one of them things that we know we can deal with? A man only gonna deal with but so much. We know our limits. The system now, not the old system, there's a new system that has men leaving their women for various reasons. It used to be child support. It used to be divorce court. It used to be welfare or what have you. Now it's the times. Don't no man want to stick around with a woman acting out. Don't no man want to stick around with a woman that thinks she's above him on every level. Don't no man want to stick around in a relationship with a woman don't even want to go 50-50 or hold her end of the bargain. Don't no man want to do that. It's a system. It's a system that's making men exit stage left. It really is. And I'm not saying it's wrong, because I'll tell you right now, I'm not willing to deal with no woman that thinks she above me. I'm not willing to deal with a woman that think I'm just a spoke on the wheel. I'm not. So I get the outlook, but y'all have to realize there's a system that got it like this. It's a system. It's planned for all this to happen, to go this way. Trust me, it is. Could be social media. It could be a lot of things. It's everywhere. It's in the movies. It's in the commercials. It's in the TV shows. The man holds really no value when we know we got all the value in the world. We know we got all the value in the world. So until we realize and dig deep down inside ourselves and see what our worth is, for my good men out there, for my real stand-up men out there, this crisis is going to get worse and worse and worse. This crisis is going to get worse. I'm just letting you know, because it is a crisis. And this ain't all about man versus woman. It goes deeper than that. At this point, it's men versus the world. It's men versus the world. They put us behind the 8 ball at an all-time high with everything. It's a big-ass mountain that we trying to climb every single day. And you know what? For the most part, we'll take on that. We'll take on that mountain and make that mountain look so minuscule, it ain't even funny. Because we love a challenge. But we can't feed into the propaganda and become these liberal thinkers. We can't. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing men go from one side to the other because his masculinity is frowned upon. When people don't even know what masculinity is nowadays. Because nowadays it's something else. Masculinity is be kind, be gentle, understand my feelings. Don't yell at me. Don't raise your voice. That's too much. You being sassy. You this, you that. So what is masculinity? Then there's people on the other end of the spectrum think masculinity is beating ass. Show me you love me. Show me how much you really love me. I shouldn't have to black your eye to show you how masculine I am. Period. So do people put that into account? Do people take that into account when we talking about that this is a problem, is a crisis, and we got to fix it? And we can only fix it with ourselves. We can't fix it with other people. We can't fix it with the other gender. We got to fix it with ourselves and know what we stand on. And go back to the days of yesteryear, when we knew what we was. When our old heads knew, our OGs wasn't perfect, but they knew what they were. They knew what they were. Ponder that for a minute. I'm out.